us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the Thomas & Mack Center, just off the Vegas Strip, for tonight's main event. 10 rounds slated in the books tonight. Here's the first. Very nice work with the double jab up top. You can sense it right away, Teddy. Looks like it's a tactical bout tonight.
Well, that's what happens when you get two counter punches. Nobody wants to leave.
Piercing jab. Teddy, I assume many times in your career, you were instructing a fighter that was going to face a fighter who just had the longer reach, flat out had it. Johnson's hit flush by a right hand. Boy, he was damaged, but now he's defending himself well. Good defensive skill with the block by Johnson. Oh, and the right hand comes into play by the assassin. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect.
Let's go. What are you waiting for? You want this fight? Then let's move out there. This guy's...
Johnson's recovered nicely here. The start of this round, and he is proving to me at least that what happened in that last round is having no effect on this round. And now targeting his opponent with the overhand right. Right to the belt line. Now hugging on the inside. Johnson's break by an uppercut. A well-timed right hand by Holmes. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. A good block. 10 seconds to go in this round.
Okay, relax. This fight is so close. It's really close. Let those hands go, all right? Let them go. This is the time. We need to outpunch this fucking guy. Okay, listen.
And round number 3 is underway. Good right hand by Holmes. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Banking away a body shot with the right hand. And now he's targeting upstairs. He is not in good shape. Oh, and there you go. Holmes is hurt by that. He goes down. Been just a flash knockdown there, Teddy.
Yeah, I think he's okay. He looks clear-headed. His legs are okay. Now it's just a matter of making sure that he understands why he got caught.
What an impact that left hand just made by the assassin. Hits him in the mug with the right. That's a fierce left hand that landed by Johnson. Johnson's rocked all of a sudden. Now each man has stunned the other. And the round comes to an end.
Good? You all right? Now breathe for me. Now listen, I threw a wide punch and he caught you. So tighten up your punches, all right? Tighten them up.
Throw that away.
Johnson's power has been the biggest difference in this fight so far, Teddy. As we start round number 4 and we take a look at your scorecard, he's up 2 rounds to 1.
Yeah, because of that knockdown, that was the difference. But it's still close enough for his opponent, just using his jab, fundamentals, the things that he has to do to still get back in it.
Come on, punch, punch, punch.
Well, you can tell he's being patient, waiting for a countering opportunity. Teddy, what does he have to think about laying that trap?
All he has to do is think a little bit like I do at tax season with my accountant. I don't want to go into that office. You know, my accountant's standing at the door. He's waiting for me to come in there. I want a rebate. And that's what he wants. He wants a rebate. He wants a counter. He's stepping back, and he's waiting for the guy to come to him. So he's the one who gets his way.
Nice work, the left hand to the head. Solid right by Johnson. Good hook by Holmes. And out of nowhere, things can turn like that, Teddy. Everything was looking good. Now it's looking bad for him.
Well, that's exactly why, because nothing was coming at him. His opponent wasn't throwing back. He got a little lax, and he paid a price.
Johnson's banged by a left hand.
Great job.
The Assassin's tagged by that powerful hook. Good-looking uppercut that time.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
How about that left hand? Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here today?
Well, 2 air spin and then go. Oh, no. Actually, I would say a little counter-punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. Oh, he gets hit. Oh, that's gotta hurt. He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's gonna try to survive it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And round 5 comes to an end. Johnson, well, he's back in the corner, which is critical in terms of trying to stop the bleeding on that cut. But it's also critical because they need to put forth a new defensive game plan.
Yeah, they have to make sure that they buy some time here and start moving their head, using their legs, tying up a little bit, doing anything to kill the clock and not get caught on that cut anymore.
And that has some bite to it, that right hand by Johnson. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Precision work with the left hand by Johnson. Clean shot with the right. Johnson's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Well, we've seen the complete opposite, Teddy. We've seen fighters that when they've been knocked down, they become desperate or they completely close the door and get overly cautious. This fighter's fighting the same way he's ever fought.
Yeah, and that's either going to be a good or a bad thing. That's the confidence that he's going to get it right, that he understands himself, that he's not going away from his game, from his fight, or he's going to pay an awful penalty for it because his opponent is going to pick up on that predictability and he's going to keep banging him with the same reason.
This is going to take some guts to get up from this. Once again, he goes down. Johnson's back up on his feet. Let's see what he has now. A target on his head, and he places the hook right on it. And now he scores with that left to the body. The Assassin's right hand scores well. Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by the Assassin. Hooking to the body. He got all into that one. That was a solid uppercut. And this round comes to an end.
All right, dominate this fight. Keep it up and keep doing exactly what you do, baby. Good job. Good. Nice work. Now listen, I want you to go down.
7 entertaining rounds so far. The Assassin's up on your scorecard, but there's still a lot of work to be done.
Yeah, well, he moves his head. Defensively, there's a lot of work to be done because he moves his head, Joe, but he does it with his hands down. And every once in a while, he gets caught clean.
Johnson's ripped by an uppercut. Brings a big power punch. It landed well.
Well, we were talking about getting into the kitchen. He went in there, and he tore apart that kitchen.
The Assassin's opponent is saying to himself, I can't believe this. Every time this guy throws, it seems like he lands. He's very judicious with his work.
Yeah, and that's not by accident. You know, that's his temperament. He has that kind of temperament. If you went out with the guy, you talk to the guy, you know, he thinks before he says things. He doesn't just, you know, let his mouth go. He doesn't just let his hands go. He lets them go when he thinks he should.
Johnson's down on your scorecard. I snuck a peek at your scorecard. He's down on your scorecard. But it's still a close and competitive fight, a fight that he's very much alive in.
Yeah, he is, but he's got to go about it like the fight is up for grabs. He can't start saying, hey, you know, I think I'm a little bit ahead, because that's a good way of getting yourself disappointed in anything in life. He better still go after it. Smart, but go after it.
Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging. A clean, crisp right hand by Holmes. I like the way he went up top that time with the hook. Johnson's got to be feeling the sting of that big, powerful hook. That's an impactful right hand by Holmes. So punch after punch, he keeps taking punishment. Starting to wonder here, Teddy, how much more will he be able to take?
You want it to be the inclination of a fighter, in this case a warrior, to go on. But sometimes enough is enough, and you just have to take your losses and come back to fight another day. I believe we've gotten to that point.
Now here's a perfect example of where you can actually see confidence growing in a fight. He was able to stun his man in that last round, and you just get a sense that he's a bigger, better fighter than he was before.
Well, I agree with you, Joe. It's the accumulation of damage that's starting to get to him right now.
Johnson's showing a little bit of a defensive shell, but Teddy, I'm seeing punches still getting through and splitting that guard.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, Joe, when you put those earmuffs on, but you don't move your head. Some of them are going to get through, and just as importantly, you handcuff yourself, so your opponent is going to stay in there a little bit longer, knowing that nothing's coming back right away.
Halfway through this 10th and final round, and he ties up on the inside. The Assassin's missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. Johnson's left landing well. Left to the body. The Assassin's cracked by a right hand. There it is! What a turn of events. What a turnaround. He scores his own knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
And that's where scoring a knockdown hurts you sometimes, because now you think you're just going to walk in and get it again. Well, he walked in, he did get it. He got it.
Holmes is able to get up. Teddy, I question, though, if he'll be able to go on. What does he have to do?
Well, he's got to know what to do, but what not to do. Don't use your legs. Don't try to move, because that's the inclination. Get on your bicycle when you've been hurt. No, the bicycle's not there. You got flat tires. What you got to do is grab on the inside, clear your head.